The Power of Silent Effort. Chapter 1. The boy who spoke too much. In the quiet town of Meadowridge lived a young boy named Ethan. He was bright, ambitious, and full of ideas that could inspire anyone who listened. Every morning, he would wake with a new dream: launching a business, becoming a great scholar, helping the poor, or traveling the world. His mind was always racing with possibilities, but Ethan had one weakness: he talked too much. Whenever he thought of a plan, he immediately shared it with friends, neighbors, shopkeepers, and even strangers. He felt proud when people admired his bold goals. Their praise made him feel as though he had already achieved something, even before taking a single step. Yet day after day, his life stayed the same. His schoolwork suffered, his promises remained empty, and his dreams stayed dreams. He would plan endlessly but rarely act. Over time, his friends began to lose trust in his words. "Ethan dreams big but does nothing," they whispered. One afternoon, after failing yet another one of his grand plans, Ethan sat under an old banyan tree, frustrated and confused. "Why can't I move forward? I know I am capable. Why do I feel stuck?" he wondered. Just then an elderly man named Master Rian, known for his wisdom, approached with a calm smile. He had been observing Ethan for a long time. "You look troubled, young man," the old master said. Ethan sighed. "Master, I have goals, dreams, everything, but no matter how much I talk or plan, I never succeed." The old man nodded slowly. "Then perhaps," he replied, "it is not your dreams that are weak, but your silence." Ethan stared at him, puzzled. "What does silence have to do with success?" The master simply said, "Everything." Chapter 2. The Farmer Who Spoke Through Actions. Master Rian invited Ethan to walk with him through the outskirts of the town, where farms stretched across the horizon. As they walked, the master began his story. Many years ago, Master Rian said, there lived a poor farmer named Dev. Dev had nothing but a handful of seeds, a small cottage, and a heart full of determination. His dream was enormous. He wanted to own the largest farm in the region. Ethan listened closely. People often asked Dev about his plans. The master continued, but he would simply smile and say, "You'll see when the time is right." He didn't speak much, not because he lacked ideas, but because he understood something most people never realize. What was that? Ethan asked curiously. "That talking drains the energy needed for doing." Dev worked silently, rising before dawn and resting only when the sun disappeared. While other farmers boasted about their future crops, Dev kept his focus on the soil. When others wasted time arguing or comparing, Dev kept planting, watering, and learning. Years passed, and villagers mocked him for remaining quiet. Some even believed he had no dreams at all. But one spring morning, people awoke to a sight they could not believe. Dev's once small patch of land had transformed into a thriving, vast green farm. His crops were healthier, his land wider, and his progress unmatched. People asked, "How did you achieve this?" Dev replied, "Because I let my actions speak long before I ever did." Ethan's eyes widened as the lesson began to sink in. So Dev succeeded because he kept his dreams to himself. No, the master corrected gently. He succeeded because he protected his energy. Silence was not the goal. Progress was. Chapter 3. The Truth About Silence and Focus. As they continued walking, Ethan pondered the story deeply. "But master," he asked, "why does talking about goals make someone weaker? Isn't sharing supposed to motivate us?" Master Rian nodded. "Sharing can motivate, but only when done wisely. Most people talk to feel accomplished without doing the work. The moment they receive praise, their mind feels rewarded, and the drive disappears." He paused and picked up a small rock. "Imagine this rock is your energy. Every time you speak unnecessarily about your plans, you chip away at the rock. Soon, nothing is left to use." Ethan sighed. "That sounds like me." "Silence is a shield," the master explained. "It protects your focus. It keeps your dreams safe from doubt, jealousy, and distractions. When you speak too much, you invite opinions. Opinions create confusion. Confusion stops action. They reached a stream, and the master dipped his hand into the flowing water. Water flows calmly when undisturbed, but the moment you stir it, its clarity disappears. Just like the mind, Ethan whispered. The master smiled. Exactly. When Ethan talks endlessly, he stirs his mind until nothing is clear. But when he works silently, he finds direction. The boy felt something shift inside him, a deep understanding he had never experienced before. What should I do now? Ethan asked. Start small. The master said, choose one goal, keep it private, do not announce it, do not seek praise, work every day quietly, consistently. And then, Ethan asked, when the time is right. The master said, the world will see, just as they saw Dev's farm. For the first time in a long while, Ethan felt hopeful, not because he talked about success, but because he was about to start earning it. Chapter 4: Ethan's Transformation. The next morning, Ethan made a promise to himself. A promise he told no one. He woke before sunrise, cleaned his small study table, and chose one goal: to excel in his studies and become the top student in his school. Not a single soul knew, not his friends, not his parents, not even his teachers. Every day, he followed a silent routine. He studied when others slept. He practiced when others talked. He listened more, spoke less, and protected his mind from distractions. Weeks passed and people began noticing changes. Ethan no longer wasted time boasting about plans. He no longer sought attention or praise. He walked with purpose, focused and steady. His friends were confused. Why is Ethan so quiet? They wondered, but silence had become his power. Slowly his efforts began to shine. His grades improved. His teachers praised his discipline. He started solving problems faster than anyone else in class. His mind, once cluttered with noise, became sharp and clear. One day, during the annual results ceremony, the entire school gasped. Ethan had ranked first. By a huge margin. The same people who once doubted him now admired him. They asked, how did you do it? Ethan looked at Master Rian standing near the gate, smiling proudly. I stopped talking and started doing. Ethan replied calmly, dreams grow in silence, and success speaks for them. From that day on, silence became Ethan's greatest strength. His life transformed, not because he worked harder than everyone, but because he worked smarter and quieter. And like Dev, the humble farmer, Ethan learned the greatest lesson of all. When your actions become your voice, your success becomes your echo.